everyone, this is the second video for N-4B. This one is starting with part 4, which is setting up a general ledger accounts, entering balances as of June 1st. So we're going to have to scroll back up and use these balance amounts as our beginning balances. This is good because you will have to do something similar when you get to your May comprehensive problem. So this is great practice for you. So this is as of June 1st. So we have June 1st, enter in the balance, then we're just going to go straight over to the debit balance column. So if you look over here where it has the gray shading and then balance, since this is an asset, we're going to make sure we put it in the debit column, and we're just going to enter the amount given. So I forgot to change the titles, so I'm going to go ahead and do that as we go. June 1st, balance, okay, office supplies, June 1st. So this is a very repetitive process when you begin journal entries. Prepaid insurance. If you notice, most of the account names are the same. Account numbers are the same. That is common with most businesses. So they use similar account numbers. So here we go, should be lawn care equipment. Make sure it's the same number, should be 189. June 1st. Okay, I'm going to pause the video and go ahead and finish entering in the rest of these amounts. Okay, so now we have the general makeup of our general ledger set up using the actual balance amounts that we were given. So now we're going to start entering in the information from the combination journal. So in cash, on June 30th, we have $2,010. So it would be combination journal, and whatever page that would be. I'm not too worried about the post references. So that's 2010. And then we also have to do one for the credit column. So we have a credit of $15.77. And then we're going to have to do our running balance like we would typically do in the general ledger. So we have 4604, 2010, gives us 6614. Minus 1577 gives us $5,037. And then we would do that for lawn care supplies. So lawn care supplies. We don't have a specific transaction here, so that's good. So we purchased office supplies. So on the 2nd, we purchased office supplies. So on the 2nd, we purchased office supplies for $230. And so that would be $473. Prepaid insurance. Now I'm going to hide the comment so we can see the screen better. On the 12th, we purchased prepaid insurance for $200. So that's $350. Lawn care equipment. On the 3rd, we purchased $1,000 worth. So that's 3408. Accounts payable. We have $1,000 on the 3rd. And then $100. We debited $100. And that was on the 14th. It may benefit you to print out the combination journal once you get it done. That way you're not having to flip screens constantly, because that's going to get tiring and you may miss something that you otherwise may not miss. So let's see. Next account, we didn't do anything with capital, but we did withdrawing. On the 24th, we took out $100. So the drawing is up to $900. Haven't done anything with income summary. Lawn care fees. On here, we would do the total amount at the end of the month. So that would be a credit of $2,010. So that would be $6,043. Wages expense on the 30th, we had $600. So that's $1,200. Rent expense we had on the 1st of $200. So that brings the total up to $600. Phone expense on the 5th. Oops, wrong direction. So phone expense on the 5th. So phone expense on the 5th was $31. So, let's see, 88 plus 31, 119. And let's see, next, electricity expense on the 8th. That was $31 as well. So that's 93. Sure, I'm not missing anything. Repair expense. We did have a repair expense. So we have gas and oil. Repair expense is going to be one for the end of the month for $45. So that's $95. Gas and oil expense. Had one on the 15th. And that was $40. So that's $160. Okay, so let's see. And so that is all of step 4. And then so step 5 is we're going to have to do the 10-column worksheet. So let me pause and double check, make sure we have all of the accounts listed and make sure everything is ready to go. And then we will start on the 10-column worksheet. Okay, so like I previously mentioned, part 5 is getting the getting the 10-column worksheet completed, and I did not change this information. So this is for 3 weeks ending June 30th instead of November 30th. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take the information off of the trial balance as of May, but if you scroll down, it does tell us we're going to have additional accounts added, and those will need to be added in the correct order. So we're going to start with the cash and so list all the assets and the liability. You may find that you need to make the column bigger. Accounts payable. And then 313 would be income summary. And scroll back up. Lawn care fees. So let's see, the next account is 523. So that would go after rent expense. Oops, wrong one. That would be office supplies. And then lawn care equipment supplies. Sorry, lawn care, cannot read. And then the next one is 535. So that will go after electricity expense. So we have phone expense, electricity, insurance expense, so we have repair expense, got some oil expense, and then depreciation expense. And now that we have the accounts listed, what we need to do is take the amounts from the general ledger and transfer them over to the trial balance. So for example, the ending balances cash is $50.37. Lawn care supplies is $588. So I'm going to pause the recording again and go ahead and finish listing the amounts for the trial balance. Okay, so now I've entered the amounts and I've totaled the columns. Now we are given 4 adjusting entries that we need to take care of. So the first one is office supplies on hand is $273. Remember, the book gives us sometimes the amounts that we need to adjust for and the amounts that we have at the end of the period. This time for A, it's giving us the amount we have at the end of the period. We have $273 worth of supplies. So to find the adjustment amount, you're going to take 473 minus 273. That's going to give us 200. So I'm going to go ahead and enter that in office supplies expense as well. Lawn care supplies on hand is $300. So that means we're going to take 588 minus 300, gives us 288. So I'm going to go ahead and go down to lawn care supplies expense and get that entered as well. Prepaid insurance expired over the past 3 months is $100, which means that's the amount we are going to adjust for. The last one is depreciation on lawn care equipment over the past 3 months, $260. So that's the amount we're going to adjust for there. Okay, and we're going to total the columns just to make sure that we stayed in balance. So I'm just copying the formulas. So far, so good. Now we're just going to transfer out the amounts over. So 350 minus 100 is 250. So 3408. Make sure you enter it into the right side of the adjusted trial balance. Okay, so let's total the columns and see if we have everything correct so far. So far, so good. Now the rest is pretty easy. We're just going to copy the information over to the correct financial statements. Okay, and then we're going to total. And so that's, I'll go ahead and copy that amount down. Okay. So let's see how much we made. So this is going to equal the sum of the $6,043 minus our $3,115. It's going to give us $2,928. So let's see if that matches what we have. So we balance. So now we can just enter in our totals. So we have 6043, 10,168. Okay, and that is all there is to step 5. If you have any questions, let me know.